It's the universal nightmare, right, for anyone running a service business. You make that emergency call from a key client.
You're just staring at a whiteboard.
Yeah, staring at a whiteboard or some messy spreadsheet, and you're frantically trying to mentally calculate traffic while calling three different drivers who are absolutely not answering their phones.
The classic "where's my driver" panic. It's chaos.
Oh, yeah.
And in this economy, it is incredibly expensive chaos.
Right.
But that's exactly what we're unpacking today. We're doing a deep dive into the complete GPS fleet dispatch guide to look at how you actually move from that reactive guesswork that keeps you up at night to proactive, data-driven command.
And we're not talking about theory here. We're looking at real hard cost savings for your business and actionable insights referencing how solutions like Responsible Fleet GPS are handling this out in the field right now. Because the biggest takeaway I got from the guide is that, well, most people are using GPS totally wrong.
Yeah, they think it's just dots on a map.
Exactly, dots on a map.
That is the stage one trap, I'd call it. If you're just watching dots move around, you're spectating, you're not managing.
Yeah.
The real value kicks in when you leverage high-frequency data, so updates every 10 to 30 seconds, to actually power automated job matching.
That automated matching, that was the big aha moment for me. Because it's not just, hey, find the closest guy. It's an entire logic engine.
Right. It's asking who has the specific parts on their truck, who actually has the right certification for this particular repair.
And then who is closest given the current traffic.
Precisely. It prevents you from sending a tech who is, say, 5 miles away but stuck behind a massive accident. Or worse, they show up without the right tools. The guide highlights that fleets using this level of optimization assign their jobs 35% faster.
35%.
Right.
And the downstream effect of that is just massive. We're seeing a reduction in response times by an average of 12 minutes per job.
Which is huge.
In a service business, 12 minutes is an eternity. You stack that up over a week, and you've effectively created extra billable hours out of thin air.
Not to mention the pure mileage reduction, right? The algorithms find routes that humans just don't see. We are talking about cutting unnecessary mileage by up to 20%.
Let's anchor that to reality for a second, because percentages can feel a bit abstract. The guide breaks this down. For a 50-vehicle fleet, a 20% reduction in waste is not just pocket change.
No, it's significant capital. You're looking at saving between $2,000 and $4,000 every single month just in fuel alone.
Wow.
And that doesn't even touch maintenance or wear and tear. That's why the ROI typically hits in just 3 to 6 months.
There's also the soft cost, though, that I think is actually the hardest one to fix, and that's customer trust. We have all been trapped in that horrible, your technician will arrive between 2 and 6 window.
Oh yeah, the half-day hostage situation.
It's so disrespectful to the customer's time.
It absolutely kills loyalty, but real-time dispatching lets you provide highly accurate ETAs. And the data shows this improves first call resolution rates by 25 to 40%. You're shifting from a hope they show up model to a promise and deliver model.
Now, for the business owner listening who is ready to implement this right now, the guide actually throws up a major red flag regarding hardware.
It does. It explicitly warns against those plug-and-play OBD port devices if you're doing mission-critical dispatch.
The ones you just plug right into the dashboard.
Exactly. They are super easy to install, but they are way too easy to remove, whether that's accidentally getting kicked or intentionally unplugged.
Right.
If you are building your entire operations on this data, you need 99.9% uptime. You need professional hardwire devices like the heavy-duty units that Responsible Fleet uses, because if the hardware isn't bulletproof, the data is completely useless.
And despite the hardwired requirement, the implementation timeline isn't, 6 months.
Yeah.
Guide suggests a 2 to 4 week turnaround is pretty standard, but that brings us to the hardest part of the equation here. The human element.
Driver resistance. It is inevitable. If you roll this out wrong, it just feels like micromanagement.
The Big Brother effect.
Precisely. You have to control the narrative before the hardware is even installed. It isn't about surveillance. It's about protection. It's about automating those manual check-ins so they don't have to call in constantly. And if you integrate AI dash cams, it is about exonerating them if an accident happens.
It shifts the dynamic from spy to co-pilot. Plus, when you look at the load balancing features, it actually protects your best drivers from burnout by making sure jobs are distributed fairly.
That is key. And that actually leads to the final question we want to leave you with today.
Go for it.
If you successfully automate the chaos, if you stop spending your entire day putting out fires and wondering where your trucks are, what could you do with that recovered time?
That is the shift right there. Stop dispatching and start scaling. If you want to dig deeper into the hardware we mentioned, check out Responsible Fleet GPS to start optimizing your operations. Thanks for being with us on the deep dive.